Hello everyone, Megatronic here, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at the Transformers Studio Series 86 Deluxe Class BONECRUSHER. Now before we get into this video, I did make a quick modification on my BONECRUSHER. I did remove this pin here that keeps his this part, his bucket, pegged in. If my camera can focus on that, thank you. I did remove the pin that connected these two. If you want to see what articulation this adds to him, there's a link down in the description, and probably in the description. So yeah, go check out that video. I uploaded it. So let's get on with the review. And I'm going to pretend that this is pegged in for the sake of the review, so my opinions aren't obstructed from how the figure came out of the box. So what do I think about this figure? And I'm going to get the negatives out of the way first. I think this guy has core class arms, limited articulation, and a weird look, and his legs look weird. The only saving grace about him is he's my favorite Constructicon, and I like the head sculpt. This figure is a weird figure, and when he's standing still, his legs look really weird. I guess his legs are accurate, but like that, his head and his legs are like the only real big accuracies other than his pistol. So yeah, I can honestly say I prefer the Combiner Wars figure to him, other than the crotch issue on the Combiner Wars one. I don't know, this figure is weird. It's not awful, it's just the choices they made are weird. His arms are also really stubby and small and barely even reach his hips and don't go past his crotchal region, I guess. And you know, on a person, normally they go past there, so yeah. I'm indifferent, to say the least, on this figure. Positive wise, head sculpt is nice. Unfortunately, mine looked like he got his face beat in with the weird paint scuffing all over the head. The head sculpt is nice though, and it looks just like G1 BONECRUSHER. Huge nitpick here, the Decepticon insignia is misplaced. It's lined up with this little square detent here, if you can see that, when it needs to be a bit more to our left, his right. It's not centered, and that's been driving me crazy whenever I look at him in the robot mode. I don't understand why they can't center a Decepticon symbol. I don't know. I do wish there's a bit more paint, like for here. I know it's G1 accurate, but come on. I mean, that's just an excuse for them not to have to add paint or budget to this guy. The backpack doesn't bother me really, because I look at all my figures from the front anyways, and he'll more than likely be in combined mode, so I can forgive this if the Devastator is good. I just need to figure out how to remove his butt. The gun is molded in a nice black grayish plastic. The paint that is on him is okay. You got red here, some purple. Some of the bits in red and purple need to be more thickly applied. I already have weird paint issues with the head. The purple on the hands looks nice. And you've got a little bit of silver for these wheels. That's all the paint for the robot mode, and it's just weird. Articulation. His head is on a ball joint. You don't really get any tilt side to side because of how his head is. You get a full 360 here at the head, and due to transformation, he can look up and down just a tad bit. Arms can do the full 360 out that far. Elbow is on a ugly ball joint, so you can get the full 360 and 90 degrees. Nothing at the wrist because they're molded into the hand. Nothing at the waist. If you did see for my hack for the waist, if you move this down, you do now have a waist rotation and an ab crunch. So yeah, that's why I did that. Anywho, you get the big boot, kick all the way up to his chest, I guess, all the way back, full splits if you want BONECRUSHER splits, thigh rotation. You get a 90, just a little bit over 90 at the knee. I do like how it undetents, and there is, you know, molded detail. I just wish his knee, like he had visible knees instead of having them have to be bent to see them. You do get a very clicky ankle tiltage, and due to transformation, his toe can move down and his heel can move down if you want to get any posing. So, yeah. Now, without my modification, he does not have an ab crunch or waist swivel. So, if I were to just use my opinion on him without my modification, I would honestly say this is a very subpar figure to what most deluxes are. I don't know. I'm not trying to complain about this video. I'm not trying to harp on him and say that this figure's awful. It's just, the things they did, I question why. Like, I can understand why it's for, you know, like, combined mode, but at the end of the day, you at least want the, you know, give us a reason why you're redoing these guys other than making them scale accurate. Quick comparison. Here he is with one of his teammates, or the only one out right now, Scrapper. And so in my video, I didn't understand why Scrapper was a Voyager class. All right, his knees are bent, and he's nearly a head taller than Scrapper. I see, this is where, you know, and I would maybe say maybe some extra plastic, but it's like, I don't know. This is a sticker in there, by the way, but I don't know, man. Yes, he has a giant ratchet in him. I don't see how this is a Voyager. It feels like they're like, all right, we're gonna steal about $12 from you. Thanks. When I bought that figure, I don't know. I just, here he is with Slingshot, and he is a lot taller than Slingshot. So there's that comparison. If you need it, Voyager Red Alert. I will have his video out here shortly. Let's get down to the vehicle mode. And here we have BONECRUSHER in his bulldozer mode. And honestly, and sadly, I think this is his better looking mode because, well, it's BONECRUSHER. Yeah. The only extra paint we see in this mode is this little bits of purple that are hiding behind his bucket on his chest. That's it. Like I said, I wish this engine detailing was done in maybe a silver or gunmetal. I wish more of his treads were painted. I wish some of this detailing, you know, like back here was painted. Or maybe a faux seat was painted in here. I mean, this is the back of his head. Man, I don't know. He does clean up nicely, I will give him that. And you can't really see any of his robot mode junk hanging out. So, yeah, other than the bottom of his chest, but, you know. Obviously, like my modification, this bucket does tab in right here. So, yes, it is parts forming, but it just, you untab it from there and you move it down to there. It's not that bad. Pistol, if you want a bulldozer to have a gun, you can put that there. I do hope, I hope there is a drill accessory, so, or if someone can 3D print one, like from Devastation, and he can have like a drill on him. That'd be cool. So, yeah, definitely a weird figure, to say the least. Not a horrible figure, just a weird one. I don't know how to, I just don't know. And for a vehicle mode comparison, here he is with his buddy Scrapper. I tried centering that Decepticon symbol as much as possible, but you know, it's good enough. These two look nice together, I will say that. Weirdly enough, Scrapper is a bit longer in this mode than BONECRUSHER. I just wish the green was maybe punched up a little bit. I think they look a bit too pale. But you know, they do look nice as construction vehicles. And yes, in case you're wondering how you get him to his combined mode, it's rather simple. There you go. And there we have BONECRUSHER in his combined mode, other than just flipping out a simple panel. I don't know why nothing's focusing. Just flip that out and that tabs into something. So, yeah, he's an arm. Yay for arm. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Final thoughts wise, this figure is kind of weird. Not horrible, just weird with the choices they made and all this other stuff. So, Yeah, do I recommend this figure? I don't know. If you do the chest modification, sure. I think it's good enough. It's not to where I think he deserves to be a core class price. It's just the things, how they went about him was weird, and some of the choices I don't care for. I don't hate, I'm indifferent. That's pretty much it. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.